The psychological subtypes were originally introduced by Victor Galenko, but Dr. Dario Nardi expanded upon the framework in his latest released book, Decode Your Personality. The four subtypes are the dominant INTJ, the creative INTJ, the normalizing INTJ, and the harmonizing INTJ. Victor Galenko's subtype theory explains why you will see that despite the shared type, some will be more active, others more passive, some more resourceful, and others more reserved. In this video, you'll find a quick summary of the distinctions between the four INTJ subtypes according to Dr. Dario Nardi's brain research. I recently interviewed Dario, and you can find our interview on my YouTube channel. If you're interested in hearing about his journey, I'll link it above and below. He talks about his journey conducting brain research in the field of personality typology, and his work is so cool. I absolutely love the direction he's taking it. And yeah, anyways, let's explore the subtypes a little. If you like MBTI, be sure to also check out some of the other videos on my channel. Or if you have any requests, let me know below. Okay, the first INTJ subtype is the dominant INTJ subtype. This one he calls the visionary director, who tends to be more driven and confident compared to other INTJs. The dominant INTJ tends to be relatively fast reacting and have things worked out quickly. They make for skilled managers or executives who embrace their analytical skills, particularly language-based reasoning. The neurological patterns observed in Dr. Dario Nardi's research reflects that this INTJ subtype shows a bias toward frontal activity while also favoring the left hemisphere for solid analytical skills. They do not tend toward unstructured creativity, but instead rely on hypothesizing and imaginative analogies to engage in their creative side. Often, they have exceptional speaking skills and self-control. Additionally, they can be very skilled at sports and somewhat competitive. They have an assertive and territorial style that is comfortable with confrontation when necessary. Outside of work, the dominant INTJ enjoys imaginative, introverted activities that activate the back of the brain. These INTJs are less visual and instead more auditory focused, enjoying audiobooks and music. The creative INTJ subtype gets the name creative enthusiast that's more exploratory and social than other INTJs. This INTJ is highly creative in a very thoughtful and detailed way. Although they can be somewhat scattered and more generalist than specialists, they have fun in engaging with others, entertaining, and getting things going. The neural pattern of this INTJ subtype reveals a strong, solid starburst pattern that is typical of fast, intuitive insight. They can take in data very quickly, play around with it in their mind, and synthesize it into a productive conclusion. They are particularly fast at absorbing abstract concepts, noticing patterns, and organizing their impressions in a goal-focused way to predict future outcomes. These INTJs tend to be the most innovative ones and see little distinction between their work and their hobbies. Then there's the normalizing INTJ. Dr. Dario Nardi calls this INTJ subtype the unconventional guide, who tends to be more conventional and specialized than other INTJs. The normalizing INTJ is more likely to come from a collectivist or conventional upbringing. The brain wiring of this subtype is relatively more evenly connected across the brain, with some bias toward the back, middle back, or left hemisphere. This pattern makes them appear to be linear, reflective, and analytical thinkers that process information one step at a time in a very logical way. These INTJs are more attuned to their senses, more patient with analyzing details, and more likely to be well socialized. They are thoughtful and careful speakers. Additionally, they tend to be particularly visual with a creative side that enjoys making crafts. Likely, these INTJs rely on old-fashioned pen and paper rather than working out ideas purely in their mind. The last INTJ subtype is the harmonizing INTJ. This one is called the eccentric diamond, who is more empathic and reflective than most INTJs. These INTJs are the most eclectic, most value-based, and most out there of the INTJ types. Harmonizing INTJs show one or more diamond-shaped networks that cross hemispheres in the brain. Each network consists of 4 to 6 diverse brain regions that work together, and multiple networks do not overlap. Each network is activated by its own mode for a certain situation or way of thinking. Every mode offers a diverse set of skills that are harmonized through a starburst pattern. This allows all regions to work in sync softly in the background, which allows the harmonizing INTJ to often operate from a meta perspective, rapidly switching between modes. However, if they lack a mode for a situation, their behavior may be odd or non-reactive. In conclusion, both Victor Galenko and Dr. Dario Nardi also call the subtypes a theory on variance of personality. Dario specifically claims it is best to look at the subtypes as different strengths each type has access to. I'll share some future content about Victor Galenko's framework in Socionics with the subtypes. Also, I recently interviewed an INTJ content creator that you should definitely check out his channel. I'll link the video here on the screen as well as in the description box below. Maybe you could watch it and tell us what you think his subtype is. Fun assignment? Maybe? Okay. For now, thank you so much for checking out this video. I'll catch you next time. Please take care.